Good evening, my lovelies. How is everybody's evening going? Is anybody off work? Anybody still at work? Anybody going to work for second shift? Hey, what's up? Anyways, I'm Veronica. I'm back, and I promised y'all I would come back with more information regarding the David Crowley case. There's actually a lot of information out there, and a lot of speculation of what is going on around his death, what happened. He was filming a movie called The Gray State. It was basically a movie telling us about basically the end of time and how the world was going to just, basically end. And looking back on that, when I looked at that trailer they did for Gray State and looking at how things are now, it's like, wow. It's a wow moment. It's like he knew something, and it's just a wow moment, guys. I recommend y'all to go and look at the trailer of Gray State. He never got the opportunity to finish the movie, which I wish he did, because I would have loved that movie. But go check out the trailer, guys. It is just amazing, and you will be just so like, wow, a wow moment on it. You would. Anyways, we're going to talk about the basics, because I basically did not get into that this morning. I did who David Crowley was, who KOMEL was, and about RAYNIA. I don't know if it's RAYNIA or RAYNIA. It's one of them, but either way, I love that name. It is beautiful. Let me find. I had it pulled up here, guys, and I just been doing a whole lot. We do know that David Crowley was born in 1985. It's December. No. He was born in 1985. They don't got the exact birthday that he was born, but yeah. His parents was Kate Crowley and Daniel Crowley. We're just gonna read some things here and see what is going on, because a lot of stuff is not adding up. It's not. I mean, his death, it's just not adding up. And when I happened to look at the crime scene videos, considering that the way, guys, I can't explain it, but we're going to go on and we're going to read this.
It feels like forever.
The Crowley seemed to have an idyllic suburban lives. They did. It seems as if though, they had it made. Nothing whatsoever, to worry about. But David Crowley, he was a successful screenwriter and an aspiring filmmaker, working on his first independent film. KOMEL Crowley was a dietitian who liked her husband, mostly worked from their Apple Valley home. So basically, they didn't even have to leave their home. They worked from home. They obviously made a awesome living doing it. It's just amazing, okay? They also found, October 20th, 2017, Apple Valley home where filmmaker killed his wife and little girl and himself went up for sale, obviously. But his death, they say, they're just skipping all around right here. They also found a spiral-bound notebook open to a page with dry blood on it, guys, with the words, "Submit to Allah now." Now, who is Allah, we say? That is a Muslim thing. I don't really know nothing about the Muslim faith, so I'm not even going to get into the Muslim faith, because I don't know about it, and I'm not trying to speak on it. But I do know that Allah Akbar is part of a Muslim faith, and KOMEL was Muslim at one time. And I think her family got upset, they say, because she eventually averted to Christianity and left the Muslim faith behind. And in Muslim faith, you don't do that. It's like it's just not acceptable to do that in a Muslim faith. Just like usually in Muslim faiths, it's an arranged marriage. If you married somebody else, it's totally unacceptable. And most of the time, they do what you call an honorable killing. So, speaking on that subject, a lot of people is speculating that is what happened here. That this was an honor killing committed by her father and her brother at the time. I do know in Muslim faith that they do believe in the honor killing. They will, and usually it's the father or the brother or somebody that will do the killing of the sister or the mother or whoever disobeyed the Muslim faith. That I do know. Basically, Camille averted to Christianity eventually, and her family disapproved of that. They did. When it all adds up to this was a guy who snapped, so they say. Apple Valley Police Chief John said, to cross the line, to go to that level of violence, and this is domestic violence, makes no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, you take the lives of your daughter and your wife, and besides that, you're writing things on the wall in blood. Nobody thinks to do that unless you're really a deranged mind at that point. Guys, okay, did he snap? I mean, because he was under extreme pressure. He was in a lot of debt because of borrowing money to make his film, to try to, get it going and get things on the ground. He had borrowed quite a good sum of money from people. Could it be that he was under extreme stress and he just lost his mind and just snapped, was not thinking, just thought, just to end it all, maybe, at the time he wasn't in his right mind. Maybe he was in a psychotic episode. Maybe he had a mental breakdown, a psychotic breakdown. Also, that is out there. That's thrown out there. That's more of what people are leaning towards. But you also got a lot of people leaning towards the fact that Camille's family did not like the fact that she converted to Christianity and left the Muslim faith behind. And all of a sudden, not too long after she done that, they end up getting murdered, all three of them, which they are calling a triple homicide, a suicide. Turn that down, guys. But, guys, y'all, I don't put photos in my video because that's so disrespectful. Y'all can go Google his name and it's gonna pop up. Y'all need to go look for yourselves and go from there. Okay, it says Apple Valley Police recently closed the case, which included a year-long examination by the Dakota County Electronic Crimes Task Force into 16 hard drives found in the home in the 1000 block of Ramsdale Drive. A copy of the 94-page police file released to the Pioneer Press sheds light on the mindset of David Crowley before the police say the Minnesota native killed his wife and daughter execution style and then ended his own life with a bullet to the front of his head. Okay, guys, another debate here. Okay, if he ended his life right after killing his wife and his daughter, then how in the hell did Accurart... Hold on, guys, I gotta pause this for a minute. Okay, guys, I am back. That was my dad. I had to answer. You know how that is. Anyways, a copy of the 94-page police report released to the Pioneer Press sheds light on the mindset of David Crowley before the native killed his wife and daughter execution style. Oh, we read that part. Duh, but Veronica, where's your mind? Anyways, okay, like I was saying, if he killed his wife and daughter, then how in the hell did he and then killed himself? Then how did the word Allah get wrote, or Allah Akbar get wrote on the wall in blood, in Camille's blood at that? Or no, David's blood. It was one of the bloods. We're gonna read that part, but it was wrote on the wall, guys. Allah Akbar in either Camille or David's blood. Then you tell me, if you killed yourself, are you able to write on a wall in blood if you're dead? I don't know, guys. Not unless you can come back as a zombie. That's all I can say. Okay. Despite the grisly scene, investigators concluded within 2 hours, 2 hours, guys, these investigators concluded that this was a murder-suicide. They didn't even have that time to investigate. There's no way you can investigate a crime scene in 2 hours. Nearly impossible, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, let's go on. Despite the grisly scene, investigators concluded within 2 hours that David Crowley was the one who pulled the trigger of the .40 caliber Springfield handgun found next to his body. And another thing is, guys, when they found the gun, David is right-handed, and the gun was found on the left side of him. Kind of hard to blow your brains out with your left hand when you're not left-handed, you know? Kind of hard to do that. 6 days later, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office confirmed that the deaths of Camille, 28, and RAYNIA were homicide, while Crowley, 29, died of suicide. Each died of a single gunshot wound to the head around December 26, 2014, and the medical examiner's office did not find marks or injuries on the bodies suggesting physical struggle before their deaths. That does not mean that David did this. It does not mean that. In my mind, my opinion, I think Camille's family knows more and has more to do with this than they're letting on, you know, because in Islam, in Muslim, they do believe in the honor killing, and they will do it, and they will carry it out, and they will get away with it because that is their thing. Over there, they get away with it, but over here in America, we don't do honorable killings over here, you know. But in my hearts of hearts, in my opinion, in my conscience, is telling me that Camille's family has something to do with this. Police couldn't tell how long Crowley was alive, as his wife and daughter lie dead, and before he turned the gun to himself, according to reports in the case file. In the living room where their bodies lay, Crowley scrawled on the wall in his wife's blood the Aramaic phrase Allah Akbar, meaning God is greatest. Investigators believe the words were Crowley's last little shot by him, a sarcastic thing aimed at Camille's Muslim past. Camille Crowley was raised Muslim in Pakistan and converted to Christianity when she married David Crowley. They met while he was stationed in the Army in Texas in 2008. In the kitchen, investigators found a MacBook laptop reading and plugged into a wall socket. When the crime scene team switched the keyboard for a swab for DNA sample, the computer woke up from sleep mode and showed a message in text edit window. It read, "I have loved you all with all my heart." Bloody footprints from Crowley's bare feet were on the kitchen floor. Okay, guys, I know we are having a lot of mixed opinions here, because when you read that, it does make it makes it seem like he did it. You know, that's what it makes it seem like. But at the same time, the way that I seen the crime scene, when I looked at the pictures and stuff, it just did not add up. It did not add up. It was like it was staged or it was set up. That's what it looked like to me. It did. Okay. Okay. In a home office where a spiral-bound notebook opened to a page with dry blood on it, and the handwritten words opened the rise in most recent version. Crowley had been working on a 2.5-hour documentary called The Rise, which she described in an email to prospective California producer in mid-December 2014 as a manifesto on the Gray State model. Crowley's future film project was called Gray State, with a storyline that revolved around a police state, martial law crackdown, and social breakdown. Just like I was saying, mind control, basically. Written on the bottom of the notebook page were the words, "Submit to Allah now." On the living room floor, near the three bodies, was a blood-smeared I cannot pronounce that word. No, it's Korean. It's a Muslim thing. Open to a page with a Muslim forgiveness prayer for the dead. The bodies were badly decomposed and had been ravaged by the family dog, which police found alive. It was just a gruesome scene that anybody who came in contact with had to face. You had this terrible loss of life and an entire family wiped out. 3 people. Crowley was dealing with stress relating to the film, which the Army veteran had scripted but yet to film. Crowley voiced concern about his movie project to a friend a little more than a week before the murder-suicide. Via email, he had told Los Angeles filmmaker Jason Allen that the project, now 4 years in the making, was now almost completely abandoned by its original backers, and he was exhausted from carrying and managing his burden for so many years. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to run and get my son off the school bus. But anyways, let's continue reading. It said, meanwhile, the Bullet Exchange, a company Crowley co-owned, it went out of business about 3 months earlier. According to Twitter posts at the time, the computer trained actors how to use weapons in military and police gear and films. He was in a very dark place. He had a lot of stressors on him and was working on a very dark topic. Basically about the fall of the society and the FEMA troops taking over the U.S. Which, guys, if you look at how the U.S. is now, he was not far from the truth. He was not far at all from the truth. It was all true. We're living in that now. I'm sorry. It's like he knew something, like he was trying to give us a message. You know, he knew something, and he hit the mark. So anyways, investigators found nothing to indicate an intruder entered the house and was responsible for the deaths. A preventative conspiracy theory held by some on various websites. Apple Valley Police Captain John said, He deal with facts, unquote. The forensic analysis of the hard drives, computers, cell phones, and other electronic devices confiscated from the Crowley house failed to disclose the precise motive, investigators said. Likewise, Crowley's online journal contained mostly entries about the family's daily activities and interactions. Our hope was that we'd find a note or something, and we did it, Bermel said. There was nothing there that would give an indication about his state of mind. Crowley drank alcohol and was a regular marijuana user. A small bag of marijuana and a pipe were found in his bedroom, according to a police report. However, investigators could not say whether Crowley was under the influence of either. Guys, okay, marijuana is not going to make you kill somebody. I'm sorry. It just is not going to do it. I mean, the majority of this world smokes marijuana. The majority of them drink. But do they kill? Do they go on to commit these terrible acts? No. They don't. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and read some more. Camille's sister told police that in early 2014, Camille called her father and confided in him that while she was not being physically or emotionally abused, the couple's financial struggles made her question the marriage. Camille was under a large amount of stress because she was the sole breadwinner for the family, her sister said, in which I could feel her on that. I'm a single mom of 4. I'm the sole breadwinner of just this, me and my 4 kids, and it is extremely, extremely hard and frustrating. You get to that point where you just want to break down and cry, and you just pull your hair out, and you don't know what else to do. You know, I can understand where Camille is coming from on this. You know, I can understand that. Camille had also changed, her sister told police. She had taken up David's anti-government type point of view, the report reads, and she felt that David had all the power and control, her sister says. 2 days after the bodies were discovered, investigators met with Crowley's father, mother, brother, and sister. They explained to me that David and his wife Camille had distanced themselves from the family since October. Apple Valley Police Detective Sean McKnight wrote in a report at the meeting, there did not seem to be a reason for this other than that Camille had told Crowley's sister that they were going through some personal issues and was going to work it out alone as a family. In a November I am so tongue-tied, guys. November 22nd, 2014, an email came to Crowley's sister, Camille Crowley wrote, of course, there is a reason for the recent silence. We obviously don't got any form of pleasure withholding communication from our own family. I don't think it was necessary for either David and I to spell it out, but this is all I chose to share. We are dealing with an endless list of deeply personal issues silently as adults, as lovers, as partners, and parents. There's nothing wrong with that, and that is the way that if you are married or you are in a relationship, that is the way to deal with y'all's personal problems. Financially, personal, work-wise, anything, that is the way to deal with it. Don't get your whole family involved in it. You don't do that. Just don't do that. But, that's what I read off. But, guys, I recommend y'all to all you gotta do is go to Google and type in David Crowley, David, then Crowley. This one happened in Apple Valley because there's 2 of them. I want to do a video on the other one too, but right now I'm focused on this one because this one is very intriguing because of the simple fact of the movie that he made, The Great State. You can, if you got Netflix, I recommend you to go look at it. Some of it, was published. I don't know if it was completely his, but it is a movie called The Great State, and it talks anti-government, the FEMA. It talks about basically how the government is going to end up mind controlling us, having, basically, it talks to the mark of the beast. It has the Freemason thing in there. It is a film of true facts, guys. Go check it out. I recommended you to do that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here for right now because I got to get my kids situated. I got to see what my son has in his book bag, see if he have any homework, and all that. I got this to do because, single mom life, no help. So, hey, gotta love it. Anyways, guys, remember, be kind, love everybody, put God first, and I love y'all. I'm out of here.